You're listening to The Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio New Jersey with local credit experts Damon DiCrescenzo and attorney Jason Kaplan. Now, here's Jason and Damon.
We're 2/3 of the way in on the Real Estate Radio Network. I'm Jason Kaplan, back again with The Credit Pros, 12:50 a.m. Before I pass it off to Damon, because we have a couple more questions for Dino, I just want to let you guys know if you want to call in, we're taking some live calls today. So you can call us at 973-771-5118, 973-771-5118, and we'll patch you through and you can speak to me or Damon.
Very awesome. It's very exciting to take some live calls on live radio. It's very nerve-wracking. I'm looking forward to it. It's very exciting.
I hope I don't get cursed at.
I hope I don't get cursed at either, because that's not allowed on radio. Dino, we were talking a little bit during the break, and there's an awesome opportunity that you, our listeners, should take advantage of, and it's free.
That's right. That's right. We put out a free email list of properties that goes out once a week to our database, and it's updated daily with new properties. And you can get on that list by going to www.njproperty.net, and on the left-hand side, you'll see a link to sign up to receive our foreclosure listings.
That's right. So you, John Q. investor out there who has your hand on your hammer and your hand on your toolbox, this is your opportunity to buy a fix and flip, fix it up, sell it, and make some cash.
Absolutely.
In 2011. I told you we were going to make you some money, this program. I told you. So what I want to do is I want to talk about what they don't want you to know. We talk about it every week here.
Hit the music, Mike.
Now, time for what they don't want you to know.
Right. So what they don't want you to know, who is they? The banks, the credit card companies, the people trying to hold you down, the people trying to take your money, the people trying to rob you blind. And this is an interesting one because there is a lot of misconceptions about this. So if you check your credit, right? If you check your credit at True Credit, which is TransUnion, or Experian, or Equifax, they make it incredibly easy to dispute and challenge wrong information on your credit report.
And there's two reasons why. We talked about how they're animals and how all they want to do is make money.
Pigs.
So the credit bureaus make money on your disputes, and it's very easy. You click a couple buttons, and they just count the cash because they charge your collection companies and your credit card companies every time there's a dispute about the account with them. But the other reason why you don't want to do it, besides enriching the credit bureaus who are evil, is that it doesn't really work. It circumvents the law. So the basic rules that we use to dispute things on the credit report is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And it outlines certain guidelines and requirements that the credit bureaus and the data furnishers have to respond to. They're not required to follow that law when you have an electronic dispute.
Yeah, but the problem is we're fighting some really smart people here. These companies, like we talk about all the time, they know how to make money. They know how to squeeze the consumer for every opportunity that they can to make money. So what they see this here is if you dispute something online, let's say you have a collection on your credit report you don't recognize, you dispute it online, well, then they don't need to pay someone to open up the letter. They don't need to pay someone to read it and type it into a computer. And more than that, they're going to give you a few options of what's wrong with that credit line, right? They're going to say, well, from a drop-down menu. For those of you who don't know what a drop-down menu is, you can select one of 5 reasons this credit item is not yours.
There's no others, though. Just
There's no
5
other.
reasons.
That's the thing. There's no other. So let's say, not mine, incorrect date, or whatever it may be. Well, how about if it was your brother's and you know for a fact it was your brother's? You can't put an explanation there.
You can't provide a police report. You can't provide any other documentation. And additionally, they don't follow the rules anyway. So as a lawyer, I always want a paper trail, and they don't give you an option to print. You don't get any option to get a paper trail by sending some electronic documentation. So if they don't follow through with it, if they ignore it, if they lose it, there's no way that you can call up again and say, hey, listen, I've disputed this already, because you have no record of it.
That's right. And so the record is the key. The paper is the key. It's if you want to do credit repair at home, you could do it. You be bold. Break out your pen and paper and you send these guys a letter. But make sure that you keep track of every letter you send. Make sure that if you send it certified, you keep your receipt. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to be used to prove that you're right.
And it's extremely important. You need the record, because incorrect information or wrong information or whatever the situation may be on the credit report is not a violation of the law. It's a violation of the law when the incorrect information is kept on the credit report after being verified and validated. Everyone can make mistakes, but you can't verify the mistake. Then you're liable for some punishment.
That's from the attorney, ladies and gentlemen, from the attorney. That is some expert, advanced level credit stuff that you just got here from Jason M. Kaplan, Esquire. If you want to speak with Jason, I suggest you pick up the phone. If you have a problem with your credit, or if you're trying to challenge this stuff on your own and you're hitting a roadblock and they're not helping you and they're not deleting it and you're not improving your situation, call Jason. He'll speak with you personally at 973-771-5118. Again, if you want to call into us, 973-771-5118. We're going to go to the phones. We have a caller on the line. Let's hear from it. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Marie.
Hey, Marie, what's going on? Thanks for calling the Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio. What question do you have?
Well, I was just wondering. I'm really scared about my credit, and I don't know how do I look at it. I don't even know how to.
We get a lot of that, believe it or not. There's a lot of people out there that feign ignorance and are afraid to look at it. And we were saying it's a legitimate fear. I'm afraid of heights. Dino's afraid of spiders. And being afraid of looking at your credit report is something understandable. But you need to face the truth.
I don't want to, though.
I know. You can't handle the truth.
It will set you free.
The truth will set you free, buddy. The truth will set you free. Thank you, Jason. You just like every other part of your life, your credit follows you and you are prejudged by it, and it's important that you have all the information. Did you know that if you go get car insurance from Geico and you want to go get a new quote, they're not going to ask where you work or how tall you are. They're going to ask what your credit is.
How am I supposed to know what my credit is?
That's a very good question. So the idea is you should get out there and find out. There are a million different resources, particularly on the web. Annualcreditreport.com. Again, I have no affiliation with them, but that is a government forced the credit bureaus to allow you, Marie, consumer, to go and get your credit report.
Oh, so does that hurt my credit at all to look at my credit?
No, it actually doesn't hurt your credit at all. And you have a right as a consumer to look at this credit report, to understand what's on it. Now, your scores are something different because the credit bureaus sell your scores. But at least you're putting some eyeballs on the report itself. You're going to see the stuff that's on there. You're probably going to freak out because there's going to be some things on there you didn't recognize, and it's hurting your credit, and you're going to want to address it. But the first part about the process is to get the information. And the kicker about it is that Annual Credit Report, they don't make it so easy for you because they want to sell you a product too. So, for example, you may go to freecreditreport.com, which isn't free.
Oh, it's not?
No, which I know it's a common misconception. Why would you think freecreditreport.com is free?
It's only in the title.
Oh, yeah. And they got into a lot of trouble because of that. But that happens to also be owned by one of the credit bureaus. Shock.
Okay.
Right? So you can go to one of these websites like freecreditreport.com, and they'll give you a pretty easy format to look at everything, and they'll also break it down for you and let you know what the derogatory items are, meaning what the bad stuff is, what the good stuff is, and what you can probably do to improve your situation.
And that's free?
At freecreditreport.com, no, they charge.
Right.
At annualcreditreport.com, that is free.
Oh, okay.
Damon, how often can you run your credit report on that site?
Very good question. I think at freecreditreport.com, you can do it as many times as you want. TrueCredit.com, they'll let you do it once a month. Annualcreditreport.com, you have a right as a consumer to look at your credit report once per year, unless you've been denied for credit.
Oh.
And I don't know if you have or you haven't, really none of my business. But at the end of the day, you want to get out there and get a copy of your credit report and put eyeballs on it before someone else does, because other people do. And it's an important part of your overall financial health. You make sure that your bills are paid on time. You make sure your rent is paid on time. You make sure that your checkbook is balanced. You need to make sure that your credit score and your credit report is in order. And if you have problems reading it, because, again, it may be confusing, I suggest that you speak with Jason about it because he may be able to help you with that.
Oh, well, sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for calling in, Marie. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Damon, you just lost your virginity.
Oh, on a phone call. Yeah, listen, thank you very much for calling. I think it's really exciting to take a phone call from somebody who has interest. And at least it lets us know that you are out there, that there are people out there. We're not just speaking to space, which is fantastic and exciting for me. So we're going to do Credit True or False. It's a segment that we do every week here. And hopefully people learn a lot because we go through some really common misconceptions. Jason, you and I work all week long and field these questions, so they're not stupid questions that people ask. No stupid questions, only stupid answers, as my mom used to say.
Absolutely. It's like when you ask the guy in line, excuse me, can I get on this train, or where's the bathroom? He might be annoyed, but you have to understand it's the first time he's asking you the question.
That's right.
You might have answered it 90 times. He might have answered it 90 times, but you're the first time you're asking.
Well said. So we're going to dive in. Credit, true or false?
It's credit, true or false.
The first credit, true or false, is an interesting one. And I think that a lot of people know the answer to it. So, Dino, I'm going to throw this to you. I don't need to check my credit report if I pay my bills on time.
No, you should check it anyway.
Should check it anyway.
Absolutely.
Right?
So that would be false, I guess?
Ding.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Marie actually went through this. It doesn't matter if you pay your bills on time. We talked about this the other day. It's not you I'm concerned about.
It's the other kids we're concerned about, son.
Yes, Mom, I know. It's the other people we're concerned about. It's the malicious, arrogant pigs, the collection agencies I'm concerned about. Because you'll find that even though you handed in your Time Warner cable box 3 years ago, guess what? Time Warner still thinks you owe them $36 and has sold it 7 times and is reporting on your collection 7 times and a judgment to boot. And you had no idea.
Absolutely. Well, if you make a mistake like that Time Warner cable box he's talking about, it actually shows up on your credit report in a bad situation 3 times. Because Time Warner reports it to your credit report, then Time Warner decides they're going to stop collecting on it, so they sell it to a collection company who then reports it. And then if the collection company wants to try to sue you, then they go and sue you, get a judgment on your credit report. So this $100 box, which wasn't ever returned or is a mistake by them, suddenly kills you 3 times. That'll destroy your credit score. A charge-off, a collection, and a judgment for a box?
Let me just take a second to say that if you hate collection agencies as much as I do, then I want to talk to you because you're my friend. Give me a call at 973-771-5118. Again, call me at 973-771-5118. Let's talk about our hatred of pig collection agencies. But thank you for that. Let's dive into number 2, please. Credit, true or false? Ladies and gentlemen, checking my own credit report will not hurt my credit standing.
That is true, Damon, and we talk about it every week. Inquiries. There are soft inquiries into your credit report and hard inquiries into your credit report. Soft ones are when you look at your credit, and as a consumer, you can pull your report as many times as you want to. If you want to use a monitoring service like we talked about with the caller, you can pay for it and use a monitoring service, or once a year, you can get a free credit report stipulated by the government at annualcreditreport.com.
So you should be, and if there's one major theme that we've talked about all day, it's you should be looking at your credit report. It's not going to hurt you. It hurts if you go to Bloomingdale's and then they give you your credit report because you've looked at it that way and they've denied you for credit and now you have an inquiry.
But that's just emotional pain.
That's just emotional, maybe physical, may hurt.
What happens in the event people are shopping around for mortgages? They make inquiries.
Good question. We talk about this a lot of time too. The rule of 45, and a lot of mortgage brokers don't know it. A lot of realtors don't know it. Jason, preach.
Anytime you pull your credit report for a specific reason, whether it's an auto loan pull or a mortgage inquiry, as long as they pull your credit report within 45 days of each other. So shop around. Go to 35 different mortgage shops and get them to pull your credit. It's all considered one inquiry.
Shouldn't it be, though? Think about it for a second. This is one good thing that the Fair Isaac Corporation did. Because why should you have to suffer with the first rate that you're given?
They don't want to penalize a savvy consumer.
Right. And you should, and you should be a savvy consumer, because it used to be, hey, don't go anywhere else because I'll just blast this credit report to hell, pulling 5 different inquiries and wave that piece of paper in front of your hands, and you're locked at the mortgage broker you're at or the car dealership you're at. And they've really helped people. And again, if you're speaking with a mortgage broker who doesn't understand this, say thank you, pack up your things, and run the other way. Because there are a lot of educated realtors and mortgage brokers that are out there that will help you the right way.
It's like going to a doctor that doesn't know the types of medicine. Makes no sense.
Right. And he sees a dentist and then tells you to take your shoes off. Right. And if you're not working with a mortgage broker that you trust, or a realtor that you trust, I definitely suggest picking up your phone and calling. Again, I'm happy to speak with you. 973-771-5118. And I will refer you someone that I do trust.
Absolutely. And thank you for getting involved in that, Dino, because it's very enlightening to see that there are other real estate experts out there that take such an interest in credit, because there's so many supposed experts and professionals out there that really don't know the nuances of their industry.
Right. And if you're a mortgage broker or a realtor and you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, call me. I will learn you. Right? I will learn you, and you will learn and be anew and be able to spread the gospel of credit. So last credit, true or false, we have consolidating a low interest credit card will increase my credit score.
That's absolutely false.
Why?
The credit report doesn't care about interest rates, doesn't care about collection amounts, it doesn't care about your income or your salary. It only cares about how on time and current you are paying your bills.
How about if you got a promotion and now you've got a manager in your title? Does that help with credit?
Absolutely not. Doesn't matter if you owe $1 million or if you owe $2. If you paid off $1 billion in debt or you owe $20, it doesn't make a difference. Interest rates, income, amounts of balances owed and paid. It's only the timeliness and the reliability that you pay your debts off.
Again, some valuable advanced level credit strategies. Jason, thank you very much for that good information. You are very lucky, folks, to be hearing this straight from the horse's mouth. No offense. Jason M. Kaplan, Esquire. We've come to the end of another awesome week at the Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio Network. I hope that you've had as much fun as I did this week. And again, every single week on Sundays, 7 to 8 a.m., you can check us out on the web at creditrepair.to. You can now check us out at facebook.com/thecreditpros, which is always fun to do. Or you can watch our videos. youtube.com/thecreditprosintl. I want to really thank our guest, Dino, for coming in and spreading the good word about New Jersey real estate and some of the opportunities and pitfalls that are out there. If you are interested in working with him, I really do suggest you pick up the phone and give him a call. His number is 973-509-9505. Again, 973-509-9505, or on the web, njproperty.net. Thank you, Dino.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you very much, Dino. Thank you.
So if you want to speak with us, we're happy to speak with you about your credit problems, your credit concerns, the fact that you hate collections, the fact that you want to make more money this year. Let's become friends and learn some stuff. Give us a call at 973-771-5118, 973-771-5118. Thank you and have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
For all your credit problems, concerns, or questions, call the show's off-air number at 973-771-5118 and speak to the hosts of the show, Damon DiCrescenzo and attorney Jason Kaplan, directly. 973-771-5118. This program is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit realestateradio.us for more info. That's realestateradio.us.
Hello, Jason Kaplan here, host of the Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio New Jersey. I'm thrilled that I get to speak to you every week and bring you the truths about your credit. A lot of stuff you hear in the news is just flat out wrong. If you want the inside knowledge about what's going on with your credit, that's what I'm here for. Give me a call at 973-771-5118. That's 973-771-5118. Whether you're looking to buy a home, get a job, apply for car insurance, your credit's the most important factor in these decisions. I can help you make an educated decision about what's going on and what's best for you and your family. It's easy. I give you the real facts and you decide what to do from there. Just give me a call. I'm here to help. 973-771-5118. That's 973-771-5118. Or visit us online at creditrepair.to.
Jason, tell me what the Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio New Jersey is all about.
We're helping to dispel all the myths and misconceptions about credit. Myself and my partner, Damon DiCrescenzo, are certified credit counselors and credit experts. I'm an attorney, and what we do is we help you understand what goes into making a credit score, how the negative items impact your credit score, how the lack of positive items can also impact your score. There are so many parts to the Fair Isaac credit scoring model that people don't understand. I'm here to unlock those keys.
So what are some of the things you're helping the people of New Jersey accomplish with their credit?
Well, when it comes to doing anything in your life, buying a car, getting insurance, getting a job, passing security clearance if you're in the military, everything comes down to your credit score. So what happens is if people are not watching their credit score, if they don't know how to solve the problems that they're facing with their credit, they're going to have issues. So we need to help them deal with all of these issues.
So who out there listening right now should call you today?
Anyone that looks for a job, that's living and breathing out there in New Jersey. What happens is credit scores affect everything like I just mentioned. So if you're concerned, confused, if you have a particular question about a particular circumstance, just give me and Damon a call. Our number is 973-771-5118.
It's just that simple. If you want the free credit advice in New Jersey, call attorney Jason Kaplan and the Credit Pros right now at 973-771-5118. That's 973-771-5118. For all your credit problems, concerns, or questions, call the show's off-air number at 973-771-5118 and speak to the hosts of the show, Damon DiCrescenzo and attorney Jason Kaplan directly. 973-771-5118. The preceding program was paid for by Real Estate Radio Network. The hosts are not an employee of WMTR or its parent company, Greater Media. The views and opinions expressed on the Credit Pros on Real Estate Radio New Jersey are not necessarily those of the staff and management of WMTR. Station management has not investigated the claims made in financial service spots that may air during this program. As always, it is advisable to consult a professional before making a major financial decision.